Here are 10 things that I learned from growing up in an abusive household, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional. Not being able to regulate emotions as an adult comes from always being yelled at as a kid when you were crying, always being told to go to your room, or being yelled at to stop crying when you're having a mental breakdown. Parents who love you will never put their hands on you. And I personally don't believe in spanking in our household, but that's actually not even what I'm talking about. There are some things that an apology just can't fix. My dad was never around, but my mom was with this guy for like 10 years who claimed he was my stepdad, and she watched him abuse me and did nothing about it. Can't fix that with an apology. The anger and the behavior that I had when I was a teenager and into my early adulthood came from what I watched my parents do. I learned how to yell, physically fight, and how to never apologize when I'm wrong. That's changed though as I've gotten older. Just because they are your parent does not mean that they are always right. You will never forget the way that your parents acted. I can't list off happy, safe memories from my childhood because they don't exist, which is why I ran away when I was 15. Controlling every aspect of your kids' lives, taking away their friends and their freedom of expression will only make them rebel more. Not talking to your kids about safe sex, bodily autonomy, how to say no, etc. will only put them in dangerous situations as they get older. Abusive parents will have you believing that love is conditional. Believing you aren't good enough or you're not capable of anything comes from your parents telling you something along those lines when you were a kid. And finally, you don't get to gaslight your children and tell them that what they're remembering from their past didn't happen. You don't get to convince them that they're crazy. It's because you don't want to take accountability. But let's end it on a positive note. Going through all this as a kid came with a lot of pain and a lot of healing, but I learned exactly who not to be as a mom. My kids will never have to grow up and say, my mom never loved me or protected me.